Man is asleep. He has no real consciousness or will. He is not free. To him, everything happens. Most people today feel this truth without ever naming it. They look out at the world and see only chaos, political battles pulling one way, cultural tides pulling the other, outrage here, despair there, the constant churn of noise. It feels random, uncontrollable, and exhausting. But beneath the surface lies a pattern. The ancients called it the law of rhythm. The Kabbalion speaks of it as the pendulum swing. Everything rises and falls, comes and goes, expands and contracts. Hegel saw it in history, thesis, antithesis, synthesis, or, as we now often know it, problem, reaction, solution. Even within us it plays out as hope and fear, desire and regret. This movement is not chaos. It is law. Some powers have always known this. Dogmatic religion kept believers locked in cycles of sin and absolution. Rulers perfected the art of divide and conquer, knowing that conflict itself could be used to their advantage. In the modern age, Edward Bernays' propaganda, Overton's window, and the repressive tolerance of Marcuse show us how carefully the pendulum can be nudged, how this cosmic wave can be directed towards misery. Here is their trick: push the masses deeper into the pendulum's swing, make them lose sight of the neutral point, the eye of the proverbial storm. Now they are not just playthings of the pendulum, they become its fuel. The chaos that drains their powers is the very system that holds them. Gurdjieff warned us of this. He said most people live like machines. They react mechanically to every pull of the pendulum. As long as they remain asleep, they cannot escape. But awakening is possible. The first step is to see the swing for what it is, to step back toward the axis, the neutral point. Here, the movement continues, but you are no longer tossed around by its extremes. You witness the swing instead of being consumed. And then comes mastery. The sailor cannot stop the storm, but he can ride the wind. In the same way, the awakened person can use the pendulum's momentum. What enslaves the unconscious becomes fuel for conscious growth. This is what Gurdjieff called conscious labor and intentional suffering, transforming the mechanical into the meaningful. We cannot escape rhythm itself, the eternal momentum of the cosmos. To live is to breathe in cycles, to be part of the great swing of existence. But we can choose how we stand within it, as the sleeping masses, the watchful witness, or as the master who rides the waves. And so, in Gurdjieff's words, everything in the universe has a place in a scale of vibrations, and all moves in accordance with law. Man is a slave to this law so long as he remains asleep, but when he awakens, he can learn to ride upon the waves.